Yard man, yard man, yard man, yard man, yard man, yard man.
Yeah, people, once again, YaadHoopz. And we'll have some topics for you, right? The season active. And yeah, we could get started with a team that a lot of we did have like high expectations. Somehow we will pick them to win the actual championship last year. And now them record looking kind of crazy. We're talking the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Damian Lillard, right?
Week.
Appearing like that, you expect them to win. So, Lee, let me hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
The
no.
Bucks.
Basically, what you're saying, yeah. Last season, I think at least one of us, or probably me, I detect Dame being MVP last season, I believe. To start the
Yeah.
season, and then I did see them actually making a run in the NBA to the NBA finals, but that obviously never materialized. But what I never expect to happen is the start that them having to this season. Right now, the Milwaukee Bucks, after like 12 games, so it's early, but they're 4-8. They're 4-8. Them
Mm.
don't really have that many injuries to them key players. I think Dame probably missed a few games and Giannis, but those seem to be any long-term issues. But the fact of the matter
Mm.
is that's a team that's supposed to be competing year in, year out with the two stars of Giannis and Dame. And so when I look at that, the picture look wrong to me. So like I really trying to figure out what you think is the issue there. Cause something have to change if you're Milwaukee.
Right. You know what's crazy too? I think it was a couple days ago, Giannis had some quote to the media where it was like, oh no, if you don't want to be here, you can leave type of thing. And people are speculating who he was talking about, if him talking about Dame, 'cause I think Dame last season was saying him uncomfortable in Milwaukee, not necessarily, him don't know much about the city and that type of stuff. So I don't know if there's some actual discomfort for Dame in the actual city of Milwaukee that's then spilling over into his attitude in the locker room and that type of thing. But his stats look good. I looked them up and his stats look pretty much solid as what they would be any other year. He's shooting like 44% from the field, almost 35% from three, almost 7 assists. So I'm doing him thing. Maybe defensively, I'm not giving the same effort. To be honest, I'm not watching as many Bucks games anymore. Maybe it's the coaching. Maybe Doc Rivers actually is a bad coach. I don't know.
Yeah,
Darvin Ham there too. I don't know.
yeah. The funny thing is, say when you was talking about Dame, people forget Dame left the Trailblazers after basically telling them he wanted to get traded to Miami. So it's obvious that he
Hmm.
wanted to go to Miami, but the Trailblazers made the best trade for them as a franchise and sent him to Milwaukee. They actually sent him to a place where, in your eyes, is a place where you would be a competitor. Instead, Dame for Drew
Right.
Holiday, you think there will definitely be a beneficial push on the offense with Dame, obviously spacing and just point scoring. But then obviously a little
Hmm.
drawback with him on defense, but you don't really foresee this happening. They went from like a top level, top one team, top two team in the East.
In the
So
East,
like
yeah.
right now, them looking like, them in the playoff hunt. And that's very insane to say for a team like that with a coach like
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, with MVP talent in Giannis and all-star talent in Dame, big
First
time
team.
players like Portis there that we rate is like I don't know if it's to say it's just the team makeup itself is not good enough. The surrounding
Mhm.
pieces. I mean, you have Brook Lopez as well, who always up there in terms of defense and shooting trees. So at the end of the day, kind of try to say like it really looking like when you have like that much skill there, it really looking like the coach because even the coach last year wasn't this bad. When they
Mm.
made the change of the coaches, they weren't doing what they were supposed to
Right.
be doing. They weren't meeting expectations, but them was just like still a top two, top three team in the league. So they make
Right.
actually become better. And brother, it looked like a huge step back. So the only thing I really
Yep.
don't point is the coaching, but I don't necessarily want to use that as a scapegoat. Like something may be wrong with the synergy, how them actual play style. But for me, if it don't figure it out itself out now, then somebody have to get traded.
Yeah. I mean, them definitely make a James Harden double step back or something. Cause it's serious right now. Somebody I forget traded.
That 30 point James
Sh-
Harden step back,
you
85
understand?
point
So
shit.
I think probably the best thing for them to do is to trade Giannis. 'Cause I think Giannis has done enough for the franchise. Them can get more for Giannis. You get me? So maybe them can rebuild with Dame as the focus. Or let's say they trade Dame. I mean,
You can't
what would you
rebuild
get for
with a
Dame?
guy who seemingly don't want to be there. When you have a superstar
Sure.
that you guys, I think they drafted him or something, or just had him.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like Giannis used to that style of living. It would have been easier to say
Mm-hmm.
me as a franchise. I try to keep Giannis. Honestly, like that man is a star.
Sure.
You know, you should be
Yo.
talking Dame stats, but you know, Giannis, you said leading the league in scoring right now. Some other stats
Yeah.
earlier. So
And
to me,
15, and 15 rebounds too.
what was that?
And 15 rebounds as well. But wait, Drew Holiday is still there?
No, I remember Drew Holiday was in the trade, three-team trade where Drew went to the Celtics.
Word. Word, yeah. Wow. Gets in dementia. But
But
yeah, man.
Drew got the chip.
Trade Dame. Either this year is Dame opportunity to prove himself, like, all those first team selections really was meaning something.
You
So
remember when
this is
Dame did a pick for the All-Star, bro? Remember Dame, one of the
right.
NBA player them there say I beg for the All-Star, like him disrespected, say him never get it. And honestly, I agree with him. But now I say,
Right.
Dame, you have the opportunity now. You have the superstar with you. You have the Shaq and
Yeah.
Kobe link up. Who I don't care who else is on the court. Like I need them to be
Make
dropping
it work.
each. And on a lose. Make it be on a dropping 30, 30, 35, 35. And on a lose. Then them figure something else out around him. But them need to, I mean,
Right.
as you say, him still that they still both have good stats, but some I don't know, it might have to be the coaching, unfortunately. Might have to be the coach.
Yeah.
It's just weird to say because to me that should be a really number one offense, but now you have a defensive coach. And it's like them man, really look like them set to defend. It looked like Drew Holiday was covering a lot of holes. The man them have why. Is it me?
Yeah. Oh man, I just man, it's a paradox. This is a true mystery in basketball. This team it can be used as a case study on why just stacking talent don't necessarily mean the best outcome. It's crazy. You have any more thoughts on it? Or yeah,
No,
pre.
I mean, no real more thoughts than like we'll see how the season go. Like if they don't have a turnaround, now it's 12 games in the season. If them don't have like a 5 game, 6 game run where them actually getting wins and looking like a better team, then yeah, look out for
Yeah.
it. You heard it here first. YaadHoopz
Yeah,
trade man. So
definitely.
over there. Look shit.
Definitely.